Hey guys, might be a bit of a weird video, right? You hear that title and you think, what? A zoo? Isn't that inhumane? I don't know. Well, what do you want me to call it? A sanctuary? Think of a better title for this, alright? Try figuring out a better title for this than I put Mario enemies into a zoo. That's exactly what we're doing today, guys, alright? So I've had this idea for a while, right? Where instead of doing a big tier list or just a big long list or an iceberg of Mario enemies, because I love Mario enemies first and foremost. I should have probably started with that instead of talking about this point. But anyways, instead of doing one of those about Mario enemies, I thought, you know what would be really fun and really silly is to do a safari series, right? To do a video where I go through and actually think about how these would work in nature. I think that's sort of a fun idea. And so I've had this idea for ages, and I thought instead of like doing all the pre-production of it and then blasting it out as a big video on my main channel, or doing it as like a, you know, again, as I said, some weird like minuscule version of that which I can get out faster, I just really like this idea and I really want to do it. So I thought, you know what, let's just start by building it out in Blender. I want to tell us a bit more of a casual video, and we can sort of figure out how things go. And yeah, you guys can tell me what you think, and we can you know, go from there. I love Zoo Tycoon growing up. Okay, that's another big thing of why I want to do this. But yeah, first I just want to block out sort of what exhibits we need, right? So Mario's got a lot of enemies from a lot of different locations, right? They've got, you know, aquatic enemies, they've got the forest, they've got the plains, they've got the desert, they've got all the sort of stuff. And looking at that, looking at the biomes and the worlds they show in Mario, I thought would be a perfect way of sort of building out the exhibits, right? We would have an aquatic section, a forest section. We can even frame them as worlds, would be kind of cool. But first, we need these big old bloody gates. So let's do this real quick. Look at this. Just making sure. Again, all this is going to be very blocky, sort of like, honestly, it might have been better to build this in Minecraft instead of Blender, but who cares? It's part of the fun. All right, there we go. Look at that. So this is the gates. This is the gates into the Mario Zoo. Right? This is a good idea. Please tell me this is a good idea. I think it's a pretty fun idea. Anyways, yeah, there's the gates. Now let's block out what we need, right? So first off is, I would say, the main exhibit, right, is the Goombas. Everyone knows the Goombas. Everyone knows the Koopa Troopers and stuff, and I think they're the most common creatures. And so the most common, but also like they're the most iconic. So would you want to go see a Goomba in a I think you should. I think they should be probably at the front, right? So this will be, let's just have this be the Goomba exhibit. Let's see if I can get an image of a Goomba. All right, there we go, right? So the Goomba will probably be at this exhibit at the front. That's what I'm thinking. Yes. So they're going to be here, right as you enter the gates. There's going to be this big old Goomba exhibit, which might have a few of them. Might have a few Goombas laying around. Let me do that again. Do we want to have them live with the Koopa Troopers? I think it would be a bit inhumane. I feel like the Koopa Troopers are sort of real. So, like, I think that they're people who would go here, right? I feel like Goombas aren't necessarily, you know, like, you don't see them driving carts and stuff. So that's going to be another, like, moral dilemma of what Mario enemies are sentient and which ones aren't for a zoo. Maybe this was a bad idea. Regardless, you know what? That's pretty sick. You go in and there's the exhibit right there. Fantastic. And again, all of this is open to change and stuff, but I think the main thing of what we want to do is just figure out where the placement of things are in regards to the journey for the experience of a zoo goer, right, who wants to see all these Mario enemies. So I would say first off, the biggest thing, which we might just save for another time, for another episode of this, if this becomes a bloody series, is the aquarium. Right, the aquarium is definitely like the biggest, or like will definitely be one of the biggest parts of the zoo, mainly because there are so many fun Mario enemies which are underwater and stuff, right? So we have to have a big section for that. Maybe we could even have a section with like the dolphins and stuff. Like, oh, that would be cool. Wait, if it was like a beach area, or we could even have like, what about this? What if we had like, hear me out. We have one of the exhibits with the water above and below water. So right there's the big thing here, right? And there's seats and stuff around. You guys getting this? You guys getting this? Think about it. You see what I'm saying? Like there would be seats around it. There'd be seats around it, and then you could go underwater. Oh, there could be some little stairs which you go under. Oh, let's build some stairs real quick. Let's see if I can remember how to build stairs in Blender. Oh, look at that, boys. That's pretty good. I want 0 on this. Yes, look at that. Infinite stairs. And again, this is just, I don't think this is how the zoo will actually be, but you can imagine there'll be some way down and then you can see you'll be able to see all the creatures underneath, and there'll be a whole area to explore down here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, that would be good. That would be sick. And then, all the underwater sections are underneath. So this could be the dolphin exhibit, right? And then when you're underground, all of this section, all of it, right, is aquarium. Oh, look at that. What a great idea. I'm full of great ideas today. I am using Blender on a different computer, so sorry if I'm, like, bollocks with it, as I usually am. All my controls are weird. I'm used to doing Blender on a Mac, so doing it on a Windows is a bit goofy. Let's bring that over here. So let's say this is like probably where the small aquarium creatures would be. They'd be around here, I think. Oh, that's already looking good. I like that idea. I like this idea a lot. So we've blocked out the aquarium, I guess. So like the aquarium is such a big part. It's probably like as soon as you enter through, you can go to the right and then you see the dolphins and then you can go, oh, let's go see this. Let's go see this area. And you can go straight into that. Or the rest of the park, right? So you go here. This is where the Goombas are. This is where all the Goombas and stuff are. And you can even walk over here and see the dolphins. And then you can then go down the stairs. And it would be sick. All these wiggles are a bit strange. It's my first time using the pen tool. How do I do this? Oh, I figured it out, guys. See, you learn something new every day in Blender. It's always fun. But yeah, so this is the aquarium. This is where the G's are. We're going to have the big Goombas. And then I guess, where do we go from here? I guess what we can do, right, is we need the forest. I think the forest is like one of the most important things. I think the forest right behind the Goombas would be good. Sort of like, I don't know, if we build the paths or whatever, or if we figure out how the paths are going to go, you go like, you know, around here towards the section. Look, you go around the Goombas, you see the Goombas, and then there's a big old section of a forest. That would be pretty sick, right? And there could be a lot of like little like woodland animals and any of like the owls and stuff you see in Mario. That would be here. That would be a really good idea. And also like, yeah, you know what? Instead of Goombas, how about this is like the plains? This is the plains. Or like, you know, this whole section can be the plains. Like from here to here is like the plains. Oh, actually, this should be the beach. This should be the beach, and the beach, let me draw a little palm tree to show that it's the beach. The beach leads over into the aquarium, right? Isn't that a good idea? So there's like, oh, look at that, guys. So like this area, this whole area, right from the above section is like the beach section, because that's really important. We also need to figure out where the bathrooms are going to be, right? Because no one's going to, you want to like, you know, do your business at some point during the park. This is going to be the admissions stuff right here. This is where you buy your ticket. See, guys, this is actually becoming an actual park. Look at this. Isn't this a good idea? We're actual designers here. This is pretty sick. Yeah, the waterways and stuff is going to be under there. What else do we have? Yeah, so the plains is going to be, let me draw a little grass to insinuate where the plains. I think the plains being here works quite well. Even like the savannah, I would say like, yeah, and then even the savannah section, I would say would go quite well over here. We also definitely want to keep everything all very blocky. We want to make stuff feel more organic. I think the savannah works quite good here. And then that would lead into, what else would we do? Is this a good idea to have it all laid out like this? Or would it be better to be like sort of segmented like the worlds? No, I think this is a good idea. And then I guess as we'll do, if I do more videos for this, we can go through each game and sort of look at the enemies for that and then apply them to where they would go. But this first episode, what we're doing right now, guys, is just planning out the layout for this, right? There's definitely gonna be some cool volcano right here. I think a volcano right here would be sick, right? And it goes all the way out, and then there's a big lava section. That would be super cool. There's a bunch of things like in between, but we definitely want the volcano to be like towards the end as like a big deal. I think also the water and the oceanic section would be good to lead into the snow biome, right? Draw a little snowman to insinuate that this is the snowy area in a little igloo. This would be cool. Oh my god, yeah, this is a little snowflake. This section would be sick, right? And there could be icebergs and stuff, and it leads into there. And again, most of the underwater stuff will be underground. I think that works the best. The forest section, we should probably expand out the forest and make it a little bit bigger. I think it being that small along the savannah. Now that we've like established the size of things, we've scaled out, I think it's probably a good idea to make these sort of areas of the park a bit larger, trying to make it easier to see. Oh, and there could even be like a scary section. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think like a scary section here of like, for like booze, like a haunted mansion would be quite good. This feels more like a theme park in a lot of ways, actually. I don't know why the ghost house would fit well with that. Oh, also, there should be a big space exhibit. Should we put this space? Oh, yeah, for like Mario Galaxy and stuff. So, yeah, like a space or intergalactic one, or like a... Oh, you know what? Actually, what makes more sense is if this is a mountain, right? if we have like this being, let's go into object mode real quick. If we have this being the volcano, right? Look how good this volcano is. If we have this being the volcano, or like a huge volcano as like, oh, that almost looks like a pyramid. Oh, we have to do the desert as well. Oh, where would the desert go? You know what? The desert can go here. Let's make this smaller so this actually looks like pyramids. The desert section definitely should go near the savannah. That just makes too much sense. But then what we could do, right, is the volcano could have like stairs leading up, and then the sky creatures and the space could be above. That's one idea, but also that doesn't really work well for like an actual zoo, is it? You can't really fly in a zoo. But like a floating island, I mean, this is the Mario world anyway, huh? So like a floating island or something could lead to like a sky zone or something above, which could be quite fun. But you know what? Let's wait on that for now. I'm a bit confused on what I would do for the sky zone. We do need to do a factory. I think a factory section could be quite good. And you know what? I think a factory section near the volcano could work quite well, where either like around here is like a factory sort of area. And this would be for like more mechanical creatures and enemies and stuff. Toad would love this, wouldn't he? Should probably draw a little boo just so we remember what this area is. Look at that. Let's draw him with a little piece of hair. Cute. So, what else do we have? We have the boo section here. The desert. What are we missing? We have the Arctic. The mountains. Mountains, of course we're missing the mountains. I would say that the mountains probably between the desert and the volcano section would be good. And then this area would be forest, wouldn't it? If this was the forest. This was mountains. Canyons. That would work, yeah, because the canyons work quite well when next to the volcano and like the lava pit. And my idea for this as well, guys, is that for the volcano there will be an entrance like here or something, right? And you'd be able to go inside, and there'll be like a bunch of cool stuff going up. And then again, you could like climb up, like if there was stairs or something going around it. But yeah, it is a active volcano, so maybe it's not a great idea. Well, actually, it wouldn't be an active volcano. It would be like a toy set design to look like an active volcano. But that would be quite good, wouldn't it? Canyon area. Okay, so let's see this. Mountains covered, ghost house covered, factory covered, Arctic covered, volcano covered, desert covered, forest covered, and aquatic covered. Yeah, I think that's coming along quite nicely. Again, we should probably have the beach, or insinuate that the beach is like across here. Savannah works well. Again, that sort of drafts into the plains and stuff. You know what? I think an eating or a food court area would work quite well here. You know what? We should plan out the accommodations for that sort of stuff with plains, I think. And if we just added a color to them, just make accommodations and stuff. I think like that, like an orange. Like a beige. That feels very zoo-esque. So this could be the food eating area. And of course, near that, we would have the bathrooms. I think the bathrooms would be off the side, right? That feels like a zoo type style. We have the Goombas, of course. What else would be here? What else would be here? Oh, you know what? We should probably add like just a few stalls here and there. Again, I'm just sort of like going back to my Zoo Tycoon roots, right? They have like little stalls and food stuff everywhere. This would be, you know, this is where you could get drinks and stuff. That could be, or maybe even some vending machines. Maybe that would work. And you know what? A safari would be quite good. What if we had like a safari that goes through it all? Ooh, but to do that, that would be a bit more hard for planning. And we're already sort of like figuring out the scale of things and that. So you walk through. Boom, 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 boom. I feel like a fountain would be good right here, right? There should be like some sort of fountain. Let's just make a cube, scale that out. I had one subdivide. This looks so messy and convoluted, but I hope this makes sense. Can you guys tell me if you have any suggestions for how this layout should be? We also have to make sure that we have enough room for the paths, right? That's what's very important as well. Ice zone, the main thing. We also need to think about as well, what is endangered? Should we bring awareness to the endangered creatures in this? There's a lot of ideas which we can do throughout the actual videos for this. But again, I think just building the zoo itself is very, very entertaining. But maybe I'm wrong. Oh, there could be a little mushroom or like a little like, you know, something at the top that looks like Mario or Mario themed of the fountain. No, I think I messed up the fountain a little bit, but who cares? There we go. Oh, it looks like a mushroom itself. It doesn't even look like water. It looks like it's a little mushroom. That's kind of fun. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if there's anything wrong with the layout or which could be improved. Obviously, we need to do like a perimeter of the whole park. So let's just figure that out first. So main entrance right there. Pulls around. I think some area like this for expansion in case we need it, right? Because we still have to do the area for the sky and the galaxy area. And that's a bit strange, so it's a bit hard hard to do. We also should probably make sure that the pens are bigger. Maybe we should expand everything out larger. I think this is a bit too cramped. Yeah, I feel like the desert could be huge, right? Like the desert is a huge section of Mario games. So I think us building that out like this big makes a lot of sense. And the savannah can be part of that. And you know what? I think through the desert, that would make more sense to have a little safari, right? If we had like a little safari park here, and you could go around and it could go like, woo, woo, or go all the way around through it. Let's figure that out, actually. Actually, if there's a safari park here, right? It takes you going throughout it like that, right? That's the safari trail. Oh, wait, you can do different colored paths? Oh, that's sick. Why did I not know this? Okay, let's figure out the actual, like, paths for things, right? So you go around. That's very easy, right? Oh, there's a lot of like swells actually. I'm very for branching paths, right? So the main, let's say the main 3 ways of going, right, is through the middle, and then that's where the Goombas are, and like that's your main sort of way of going to, you know, you can get drinks. That's sort of like the standard path, right? The other option is for anyone who loves fish. They can go here, take the way straight to the aquarium and go there first. And then the third option is for anyone who loves sand, but more specifically, anyone who loves a good safari, and they can go down here and take the safari. Or actually, you can go and do the food court real quick as well. Like, that's very neat. That's very neat and tidy. I like that a lot. We just want to make sure that the paths get more windy, I think. That's what makes a zoo, in my opinion, a little bit more interesting. Yeah, so let's say that this is where the main section is for... Actually, what am I doing? Let's keep it windy. Let's keep it... We'll do windy, but we got to remember that these sections aren't exhibits, right? I keep thinking these are exhibits. No, these are just a reference point of what the area is. So there's going to be a bunch of winding paths throughout this, right? That's what I'm thinking. Because zoos like this, right? Yes! Zoos like this are so sick, right? Where there's a bunch of like winding paths. And then the actual exhibits, like we can use another pen. The actual exhibits will be here, right? That's how the exhibits will work. Yes! We got it figured out. We got it figured out. Oh, baby. This is going to be so cool. What a fun project. Is this entertaining, guys? This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Do you see my vision? Do you see my vision? I don't even know if I'll do this as a second channel thing or a main channel thing, but I think doing the progress on here is a fun in-between, right? So we go through here, and then, yeah, again, the main path can lead back to the toilets and lead back to the main area. That's the main goal. That's the main goal! You know what? I think, yeah, straight through the savannah works well as well, and the savannah can be very, very wiggledy-wildy as we lead straight to the desert. Oh, and that works as well. Look at that. And then there could be all exhibits and stuff here, and there could be even like shops, right? There could be more shops here and all that stuff. So it could be maybe where the gift shop is. We forgot about the gift shop. All right, well, we got to do the gift shop somewhere, right? The gift shop is usually on your way out. So the gift shop can be here, right? This is on your way out, and the admin is here. So the admin is here. You go in this way and out that way. If that's the case, we should probably make it this way. I think that's the best method, because we don't want people getting confused when they're walking towards like the paths and stuff to like immediately leave, right? That's the last thing we want them to do. So that makes more sense to connect. There is an exit this way, right? The exit is that way, and there is different paths which lead up there, but the main, we can worry about this later, basically, is what I'm saying. We obviously have the safari and stuff, and we have the exit, right? But this little safari area, maybe we could change this to like a bug section, right? Or an insect section. Maybe that makes more sense. Maybe it makes more sense for this. I'm sorry if I keep changing my opinions. Maybe it makes more sense to put insects here. Maybe this could be an insect enclosure, right? Think Animal Crossing, think actual zoos. They have a lot of insect enclosures and stuff. And I think that's a good example, right? It's like we have the main section for the plains animals. We have the aquarium for all the fishy folk. And then we have little bugs and stuff, right? And we have a little butterfly. Is there butterflies in Mario? I'm trying to think which ones there are. Come on, I'm a Mario expert, but I can't think of any. That's annoying. Oh, but that's so fun. That's so fun. Oh, that's going to be so cool. And you know, it makes more sense for the food court and stuff, for seeing the location of everything. It makes more sense for the safari car and stuff to be here. Hello, bro. We're going on safari. That was a terrible accent. I'm going to stop. I'm so sorry. Look at that. Look at that car. It's vroom, vroom. Come on, I can do a better car than that. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just a little sketch. But yeah, the point is, yeah, so you can go straight. Once you go through the bug section, you can go straight over to the safari. Or, if you don't want to do the safari, you can wind around and see all the park through this way, right? That's something we should bear in mind as well. Is that the Safari, right? Safari car, which we should probably do it in another color. Let's make this car like golden. I think golden makes a good description for the Safari because not everyone wants to do it. You can go up and down. Boom. That's great. That shows a good amount of stuff. And I think that also leaves us for building the rest of the paths without much of an issue, right? So we should probably also have roads nearby it in case of like emergencies and stuff, right? Because like, oh, if someone's like, oh, I'm sick. Oh no, a Goomba's attacking me. It should probably be like a little like safety camp here or something. Because this is, again, the wild desert location. Ooh. This is becoming a bit convoluted. So I think actually remove that. This goes this way. Bugs go this way. So yeah, you have to, if you want to do the Safari, you have to go through like the food court-y section. I think that makes more sense. And also, oh, actually, maybe you buy your tickets or something there, right? That makes more sense than you go there. It's all making sense. It's all working out. After you go to the bugs, though, the main thing is to go through the desert. You might have a bit of a crossroad. Oh, that's going to be so fun. And again, the main thing is you want to go through to the canyons and everything else. And then the savannah can be somewhere here. Maybe the savannah could be here, right? There's a branching path, and you can either go towards the savannah, right? The savannah can be here. Or you can go towards the mountains. Ooh, that's good. That's good. The mountains lead back up here. Oh, baby, we're cooking. This might just look like a bunch of random scribbles to you, but this is making sense to me. This is making sense to me. And then the canyon, right? After you go through the canyon, that leads to the big, main, scary entrance here. Ooh, yeah. But we also, like, we probably want people to, after going through here, we want to leave them back through the desert to the snow area. And let's just do like fun little paths here. I'm trying to be a bit more just liberal and lenient with how these things look because I don't want to lock myself into something unfun. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. And we can just add like another like a few branching paths. That's pretty fun, right? Ooh, baby. Oh, this is looking spicy. This is looking spicy. And also, yeah, but to get to the haunted mansion, right, we probably want to have this be a long isolating road or isolating path that leads right to this sort of exhibit. And this area can be very sneaky and very like ooh wiggly woggly because again it's the ghost house. You want to be confused going through there, and then the exhibits will be like, you know, you can't turn back sort of thing. Like there's no like weird paths or something. Maybe I'll change my mind with that, but I think that works quite well. Oh, and then this area could be like the sort of dead zone, I guess. You know what I mean? Like the final world in Mario Bros. DS, you know, where there's the crows and pumpkins and stuff. This could be like a pumpkin patch sort of area for Halloween, like the non-house sort of thing. That doesn't look like a pumpkin. There we go. That's a pumpkin. So that's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be like more scary area. The volcano's gonna have like a crazy system of going all the way around the volcano, slowly in. Right? That could be fun. Oh, that could be super fun. Oh, I like that idea a lot. And then this as well. This could be just a small little path. And that leads back through here. And it also leads to the gear zone. Or the factory, or whatever we're saying. The factory can be very conveyor belty. Right? I think that fits well for the aesthetic and the way we're doing that. What area is this again? I need to clean this up because I can't tell anything. It's the mountains, yeah? That's what I thought. The mountains. Oh, the mountains. Oh, you know what? And the mountains can also, like, cover up here, right? So it's like a big rock, so it's like you can't really see past here. It's like, ooh, what's over there? I want to see what's over there. And it's like, nope, not yet. Because you gotta go through it, right? You gotta get through it. Oh, that'll be so cool! Guys, I'm loving this. I'm loving this idea. Oh, my goodness. The mountains can also lead over towards the scary zone. Not the scary zone, but... Oh, you know what? The mountains should also lead, like, to a secondary level of to a higher level of a volcano. I think that could be quite good. Like if it's a bit hard to do this in 3D. But the path, just imagine the path leads to like a higher level, like up here. Like this is again a stairwell. And that leads to like the sky zone or something. It's like above. It's like a whole second level. I think that's a really good idea. Like the mountains could just have a lot of like spiraling over paths and stuff. But they're all like staircases up to like different levels. So it's like some div down, you know, and then some like, you know, dig up with the mountain. That's like a fun idea, I think. I'm just gonna do these little icons to let us know. But the lower level leads down into the factory. And then the higher level leads up into the sky area. The sky sanctuary, let's call it. Oh, Sonic reference. Oh, he plays Sonic. Oh. Maybe we should do this for Sonic as well. That'd be kind of fun. Although Sonic already had like an amusement park in the Sonic Colors, so maybe that's stepping on some bad ground. I don't know. Okay, the Savannah section. We already know the Savannah section is going to be here, right? We can draw a big baobab tree. Yeah, the Savannah's like big. And I think like, again, this area feels very... Oh, we have to do like a swamp or a toxic area as well. Oh, I'm so silly. Oh, I'm so silly. Oh, look at me. I'm thinking ahead. Swamp zone. Let's have it be at the back. I think the swamp feels fitting for being at the back. Like the swamp, the poisonous park area. I think there should be a bit of a gap between the scary zone and the swamp. This could be something else, right? This could be like another sort of area. Maybe this could be another like break area, I think. Maybe that would fit better because like, you know, maybe you're like scared of having a bunch of issues, so it could be like some scared of having a bunch of issues. What am I saying? In case you're scared shitless, you know, you can go here and then there could be like another escape out here. Maybe that's where a leaving location is. That could be one way, right? That's one. If you want to leave immediately and you don't want to check everything out, you can go there, or you can take the separate exit. But this is like a fire exit, let's say. Exit 2. And, you know, there could be some sub-biomes in these sections, right? If we think of other ones, like an alpine or like something else. But I think that's probably fitting here, right? That's probably an alpine section is probably fitting to where the forest is. You know, there could be like a snowy forest here as well. Just getting all these ideas down, right? I don't know what could be here. Something else could be here. But you know what? I think for what it's worth, this is coming together pretty well. Guys, I think we're in a good stopping point where I can, like, confirm how this is going. Actually, maybe just draw a little mushroom just so we know or remember what this area is. This area is a little poisonous swamp. But yeah, for how this is looking, right, I think this is pretty unique. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Let me know what your guys' ideas are for this, and if you think there's any, like, things we should change or what we should add. And then from there, I think what I'm going to do, you can tell me what you think, but I could either go per biome, right? Or I could go per game and add like new characters and just sort of develop it that way. I don't know if I'll like fully model this. If you guys really like this idea and really want me to fully model it, maybe we could do it per biome. And if this series gets like a lot of likes and stuff, we can do that. But otherwise, I think going per game might work better. But let me know what you think. I'm just excited to finally get this project or this concept out the door. And who knows, maybe we could do another park, like another zoo park for Zelda enemies and Zelda creatures. Or, you know, like make a whole Nintendo zoo. It could be kind of fun. And, you know, do a little safari series. Maybe Pikmin would be a great idea for this. Like, there's a Pikmin one would be so cool. But yeah, for now, let's stick with Mario. I think that's pretty fitting and pretty fun. But let me know what you think of this. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye.